श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वती। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्म विद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं। यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवं परमानंद माधवं। Straight with the head, neck and vertebral column in a straight line. Once we fix the posture, we need not move. We are sitting in a clean, quiet place all alone. Our eyes gently closed, not too tight. This indicates the withdrawal of all other sense organs. We bow down to our Guru and Ishtadevta. We surrender to them and worship their feet with devotion and faith. We pray that, O Lord, bless us with the fourfold sadhan chatushtaya. Now we become aware of our breathing, which is going on effortlessly. Now we breathe in a rhythm, breathe in and breathe out. Practice it for 6 to 7 times. This quietens the mind. To the quiet mind, now bring the Mahavakya, which tells us the oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma. One such Mahavakya is Tattvamasi. It indicates the oneness. This oneness is the consciousness, which is the truth, and Mandukya Upanishad says, Om iti etad Brahma, ayamatma Brahma. This Omkara indicates the individual Atma and the Brahman, which is all pervading. There is a oneness. Let us chant Omkara and try to abide in the self. Mentally repeat after me. Shah, Shah, Hari Om, Shri Guru Pyo, Hari Om. Rub your hands, put your palm on your eyes and slowly open your eyes. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. We also bow down to Govinda Padacharya, Mr. Guru of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, and to the Lord, who teaches us the Vedanta Siddhanta, which is not known to our sense organ. We bow down to Bhagavan Shankaracharya, who has written this text. We bow down to Puja Gurudev and entire Guru Parampara. We bow down to the Lord. By His blessings, we are able to study. We bow down to all great masters. We seek their blessings, and with the blessings, we start our studies. So, here we are in the verse 296, Vivekachudamani. Yesterday we have seen up to 295. Have we seen 295? We have to see 295. We have to start. Correct? Yes. So, here Bhagavan is telling that as per the Shruti, Shruti itself says that Brahman is our own self, and it is other than the gross and the subtle. 295 verse. Vikarina sarva vikara veta nitya vikaro bhavitum samarhati. मनोरथ स्वप्न सुषुप्तिषु स्फुटं पुनः पुनः द्रष्टुमसत्त्वम् एतयोः विकारिणा सर्वविकारवेत्ता नित्यविकारो भवितुं समर्हति मनोस्वप्न सुषुप्तिषु स्फुटं पुनः पुनर्द्रष्टमसत्त्वमेतयोः विकारिणां सर्वविकारवेत्ता नित्य अविकारः भवितुं समर्हति मनोरथ स्वप्न सुषुप्तिषु स्फुटं पुनः पुनः द्रष्टम असत्वम एतयोः. This is how you have to break it. Etayoho. He says that what is real and what is unreal. He's trying to explain logically. Vikarinam sarva vikara veta. Vikari, change, modification. They're all changes which takes place. Sarva vikara veta. There is one who knows about all this vikara, all this modification. And the one who is a knower is nitya, eternal, avikara, changeless. That which is changeless knows about all modification taking place. Bhavitum samarhati. And this is possible only bhavitum samarhati. This is only possible when there is one eternal which is changeless, which knows about all change. Now suppose we are standing on the roadside. When we are standing on the roadside, all the vehicles are going, the scooter is going, the cycle is going, cars are going, and we are standing on the road. How we know about all this? All the changes is known by the one who is standing there, who is changeless. Like that, the consciousness which is the changeless, which knows about all modification, and manoratha. Manoratha means imagination. Mind is just imagining. That is during the waking state, our mind imagines so many things. Then we have the second state, we may sleep, and during the sleep we may get a dream. The dream happens. Dream happens. You don't dream about it. It happens. Then Sushuptishu. Then the third state is called deep sleep stage. And this deep sleep stage, we are not aware of anything. These are the three states. Sputam, punaha punaha drashtam. And this happens routine, isn't it? Again and again. Waking state, dream may happen, may not happen. And the deep sleep stage, when we go to sleep, Bhagavan says, all these three states are changing. Asattvam etayoho. These two, the gross and the subtle body, asattva. What is this? They are not real. The three states are what we experience. They are also not real. And the gross and the subtle body, because they are also changing, that is unreal. But there is one changeless nitya avikara. There is one changeless eternal which does not undergo any modification. That alone knows all these changes. Isn't it? Oh, I was child. Then the middle age, young age, middle age, and the old age. We are aware of all these things. Who is aware? Who knows this? The consciousness is aware of all this. He is the knower. And this is nitya avikara. The consciousness does not undergo any change. Does not undergo any change. You can write down one definition. Yat vikari tat anityam. Yat vikari tat anityam. That which undergoes modification is unreal. Which undergoes change is unreal. The Atma is changeless. In waking state also, we have happiness, sorrow, sometimes we get angry. So it's changing from moment to moment. And the dream also changes. In Sushupti state, we do not know anything. All these undergo change, all the three states. And etayoho, these two, the gross and the subtle body also undergoes, they go changing. The changeless is the Atma, and that I am. All changes are possible because of the changeless substratum. This is what he wants to convey. There is one changeless substratum, and in that there is no modification. It is eternal and avikara. These two words is given, nitya and avikara. All other things are changing. That which is changeless only knows about all changes. Atma alone is changeless. Everything else is changing. Okay. Now Bhagavan says that Ato bhimanam tyajamamsha pinde pinda bhimaninni api buddhi kalpite kalatraya आबाद्यम अखंड बोधम ज्ञात्वा स्वमात्मान उपैहि शांतिम अतो अभिमानम त्यज मांस पिंडे पिंडाभिमानिन्यपि बुद्धि कल्पिते कालत्रयाबाद्य अखंड बोधम ज्ञात्वा स्वमात्मानमुपैहि शांतिम अतः अभिमानम त्यज मास पिंडे पिंड अभिमानिनी. That you have to, abhimani is there, one more ni you have to add. Abhimanini api buddhi kalpite kalatraya abadyam kalatraya abadyam akhanda bodham gnatva Swamatmanam upaihi shantim. Now you can write down one more Vedanta quotation. Abhadyatvam satyatvam. Abhadyatvam satyatvam. Abhadyatvam is which cannot be falsified. That which cannot be falsified, that is the reality. That is reality. You cannot falsify it. Abhadyatvam satyatvam. That is reality. Now he says, Bhagavan, you know that you are the changeless one. All changes are happening. Ataha, therefore, abhimanam tyaja. Give your identification. Tyaja, give up. Where? Masha pinde. This fleshy body. You give up your identification that I am this body. You give up. Ataha, because it's not real. It's changing. That you are not there. Give up your identification that I am this body. Pinda abhimanini api. Pinda abhimani sukshma sharir. That also buddhi kalpite. You have just imagined only that I am this mind. This is my thought. All this is your imagination. Buddhi kalpite. Imagined by your intellect. That also give up. Give up your identification with the gross body and the subtle body. In kalatraya, that which is cannot be denied in all the three periods of time, abhadyam, that cannot be falsified. That which is present in all the three periods of time, it cannot be falsified. And what is that? Akhanda bodham. There is an unbroken experience. What is that? I am aware of the waking state. I am conscious of it. Now I am listening. Then the dream comes. We get up. We remember the dream. When the consciousness was there. Then when we go to deep sleep stage, that also we remember when we get up that I slept well. I was sleeping. How do you know? Because the consciousness was there. The consciousness is akhanda bodha. There is unbroken experience in all three periods of time. Gnatva swam, having realized that I am that consciousness, swamatmanam upehi shantim. Bhagavan says, and you attain peace. Upehi means attain. You attain peace. Here peace is bliss. Peace is bliss. That you attain that supreme peace. So when we can attain this, the I am consciousness, when that is gnatva, having experience. How we experience? Shravana, manana, nididhyasa. Through that, when we experience at the seat of meditation, and then you get total peace. When it can be realized, when we give up our identification. Now the janma janmantara, the identification is so strong. Bhagavan says, give up that. That's why it is said, tyage naike amrutatva manashu. When we give up the identification, then only we realize the truth. Not that we have the identification with the body, but with the body we have some more identification. Bhagavan says, give up all that. Tyaja bhimanam kula gotra nama rupa ashrameshvadrasha vashriteshu लिंगस्य धर्मानपि कर्तृतादिं त्यक्त्वा भव अखंड सुख स्वरूपः त्यजाभिमानं कुलगोत्र नाम रूप आश्रमेष्व आर्द्रशव आश्रितेषु लिंगस्य धर्मानपि कर्तृतादिं त्यक्त्वा भव अखंड सुख स्वरूपः. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Tyaja abhimanam. You give up. Yes, Bhagavan, what I have to give up? Your identification with the body, and with the body you have the identification that I belong to Kula. You know which family I belong? Some may say, oh, I belong to a royal family. Kula. Gotra. I belong to Atri Rishi or Vashishta Rishi. Gotra. I belong to that Gotra. Bhagavan said, give up this. Nama. And I'm a very famous person. Everyone knows me. Anyone you ask my name, they know. Nama. Bhagavan said, give up. Rupa. Oh, I am very beautiful, handsome. Bhagavan said, give up all that. And ashrameshu, or the order in life, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, or sannyasa. I am a great sannyasi. Bhagavan says, give up all this. Ashrameshu. Yes, why? Ardrashava, ashriteshu. All this depend on this body. And what is this body? Ardra Shava. Shava means Shava is the dead one, dead body. This body is Shava. Ardra. Ardra means that which is wet. Means Ardra Shava, that which is a rotten body. Ashriteshu. You are depending on your body. And then you are identifying your Kula, Gotra, Nama, Rupa and Ashram. All this belongs to the body. Bhagavan says, Tyaja Abhimanam. Give up all that. And Lingasya Dharmanapi. And Linga, the Linga Sharira. Give up their identification also. What is the Linga Sharira? The Linga Sharira. Kartrutadi. Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva. Who did it? I who did it. I am only doing all work. Suppose you are in a committee and you said, no, who does the work? I only do that. Bhagavan said that kartutva. And I must get a name and fame. Give up that. All this you give up. Lingasya dharmanapi kartrutadini tyaktva, give up, and then what to do? Bhava, Bhagavan says, you must become akhanda sukha swarupa, and then you experience this extreme unbroken bliss. When we can experience the unbroken bliss? When we give up the identification. I belong to this kula, this gotra, this nama, this root form, ashrama. Give up all this, because these all belong to the body. And the body is a shava. The body is a shava. It's a rotten body. Earlier it was said malabhanda. Now it is said shava, adra shava. Depending on that only you are telling. And on your linga sharira, sukshma sharira, dharmana, renounce all this. The doership, enjoyership. This does not go very easily, We can say, when somebody asks, you can say, who did it? I did it. But then the Abhiman is so strong that I alone am working. Everything depends on me only. If I am not there, nothing will function. Understand, the world is going on with or without us. We need not have that pride, that kartrutva and bhoktrutva. Bhagavan says, when you give up all this tyaktva, having given up this, then only bhava khanda sukha swarupa. Then only you can realize the bliss. See, it needs how much humble we must be. How much humble we must be. As long as there is an arrogancy, the ego is there, then Bhagavan says you cannot experience the truth. Now this each one has to see within and find out what all negativities I have. Where is my identification? And then we have to give up. This is we have to do. Bhagavan is here indicating. Then the analysis is to be done by us. And then we have to give up. Now the Bhagavan says that this ahankar is their obstacle. What are the obstacles on the path of realization that Bhagavan is explaining? Obstacles on the path of realization. Why we are not? I am such a good person. Why I am not able to realize? What are the obstacles? Bhagavan says, Santyanye pratibandha pums samsar hetavo tesham ekam mulam prathama vikaraha bhavatyahankaraha. Santyanye pratibandha pumsah samsara hetavo drishtaha tesham ekam Moolam prathama vikaraha bhavatyahankaraha. Bhagavan said, Shanti anye pratibandhaha pumsaha samsara hetavo drashtaha tesham ekam moolam prathama vikaraha bhavati ahankaraha. This is how you have to break it. This is simple Sanskrit. He says, Shanti anye pratibandhaha. What are the obstacles? He said, identification with the body and the sukshma sharira. Now he says, there are other obstacles also. Pratibandhaha. Pratibandha means obstacles. What are pumsaha? For a seeker. The seeker who is walking on the path of spirituality, there are other obstacles. Samsara hetavo. And that brings us in again and again in this world. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Transmigration. Drishtaha. Bhagavan says these are seen, these are known. What are that? Tesham. There are many obstacles. Out of among that, ekam. The ekam moolam, the root cause is prathama vikara, and that is, what is that? The first vikara is bhavati, is ahankara. ego. First is ahankara. I am so rich. I am beautiful. I belong to this family. My father-in-law is so great. My family is so great. All this is ego. Bhagavan says this is the first root cause of all obstacles. What is that? Ahankar. And when this ahankara is that, you look down upon others. Bhavati ahankar. That is ahankar. And Bhagavad Gita says, Naiva kinchit karomiti yuktaha. What is Pashyan Shunvan? That Gnani is that I don't smell, I don't see. There is no ahankara, no ego. And we have the ego, bhavati ahankara. This is the first obstacle. Tadatmya, avidya, ignorance. Aham karoti iti ahankara. What is ahankara? Aham karoti. I do it. In relative world, you have to see, you have to say if you have done something. But that ahankara should not be that without me, nothing will run. No, in our absence, it will run better. Understand? A bhakta will have, oh, there is nobody as great as me. I am a greater devotee. This is also ego. I am a great devotee. I worship for 1 hour. I do so many japamala. All this is ego. Bhagavan said this is the first obstacle. Ekam moolam. This is the root cause. Ahankar is the root cause. Now Bhagavan says, as long as this is there, you cannot get liberation. Ahankar. Now again all this you and I have to see within us. Where, about what I have ahankar, about my knowledge, about my study, or somebody is thinking I am great, I am ahankar, I am so great. When you have ahankara, you always look down upon, you insult others. Understand, it is not insulting that person, you are insulting the consciousness present in that, and you have to suffer for it. Whatever you do, whatever we suffer, it's because of our action we suffer. Lord never gives suffering anyone. I am the cause of my suffering. I have insulted people. I am an arrogant person. Then we suffer. Yavat syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana tavat nalesha matrapi mukti varta vilakshana. Yavat syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana tavat nalesha matrapi mukti varta vilakshana. Yavat and tavat. These are 2 words, isn't it? Yavat and tavat. Syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana tavat na lesha matra api mukti varta vilakshana. See, I have broken each word, okay, when I am reading. Any doubt you have to raise your hand. I can read again whenever you have a doubt, okay? Now, if you break, then only easy to understand. Easy to understand. Bhagavan says, Yavat, as long as, Syat, when it is there, Swasya Sambandha, your relationship with what? Ahankarena. You have a ahankar. As long as you have ahankara, the way a person walks, the way he talks, the ahankara comes out, is seen very clearly. And what is this ahankara? Duratmana. It is a wicked one. This is very bad. Duratmana. There are 2 words. One is Mahatma, another is Duratma. Mahatma is Mahancha Soatma, who thinks everyone great. He is called a Mahatma, who respects everyone. Duratma is that Dushta Swabhava, who looks down upon anyone. Just because a person is working something, is cleaning or is a driver, it does not become a low person. That is the job he is doing, is supposed to do. We have to respect everyone. Understand? Whoever that person is a servant. Dushta swabhava. Duratma means dushta swabhava, bad swabhava. And tavat, as long that, till that, so long, as long as we have this, our relationship with ahankara means we have ahankara, tavat, so long, lesha matrapi. Lesha means the slightest. Matrapi mukti varta navi. Till that which is vilakshana, that which is unique. The liberation is a unique one. And that liberation, one cannot have a slightest experience as long as there is ahankara. How can a person ahankara thinks too much about oneself, about our education, what a Lord has given, money? Bhagavan says, till that there is lesha matrapi. You cannot have a little experience of, you cannot understand what is liberation. A liberated person loves all. There is equanimity. Samatvam is there. Each one has to do their work. Understand? But by doing work, nobody is low, and we are doing some better work or some other work, we are not great. Tavatna lesha matra api mukti varta vilakshana. Because our mind is preoccupied with what I am. When the mind is preoccupied with our greatness, how can we have a liberation? How can we have a liberation? In liberation, the mind should be quiet. Here the mind is preoccupied with something, then mind is preoccupied, there is no liberation is possible, not possible. Bhagavan says that's why this ahankar is to be given up. And this ahankara is like a graha. It's like a eclipse. This ahankara, Bhagavan says, is like an eclipse. Ahankara grahana mukta swarupam upapadyate chandravat vimala purna sadananda swayam prabha. Ahankara grahan mukta swarupam upapadyate chandravat vimala purna sadananda swayam prabha. You know, when Rahu covers the moon, there is a lunar eclipse, isn't it? There's a lunar eclipse. Like that, this ahankara is like an eclipse which covers our swarupam, atma swarupam. It covers our swarupam. And when one is free from that swarupam upapadyate, then only we realize our true swarupa. When there is no ahankara, then only we realize our true swarupa. And our true swarupa, chandravata vimalaha. Then one becomes pure, like a moon, pure, and then purnaha, infinite, sadananda, bliss always, swayam prabha, self-effulgent. This is our nature. All this is experienced by us when there is no ego. When there is no ego. When there is ego, all this is covered. This is not seen. This is not experienced by us. Sadananda, swayam prabha, self-effulgent. Atma is self-effulgent. It does not need any other light to experience Atma. It is purna, it is infinite, always bliss. Then only the liberation is possible. Bhagavan says further that this in this body we have this identification so strong. Unless this identification is given, then till that we will not realize the truth. Yo va pure sohamiti pratito buddhya praklupta tamasa atimudhaya तस्यैव निःशेषतया विनाशे ब्रह्मात्मभाव प्रतिबन्धशून्यः यो वा पुरेशो अहमिति प्रतीतः बुद्ध्या प्रक्लुप्तः तमसातिमूढया तस्यैव निःशेषतया विनाशे ब्रह्मात्मभाव प्रतिबन्धशून्यः. How many mantras Bhagavan is writing for ahankara? He says, Yo va pure. Pure means in this body. This body is called Puram Ekadasha Dwaram. This Puram, in this body, that means Shah Ahamiti. I am this body. Here it is not Soham. It is not Brahmatma Bhav. Shah Aham Iti. I am this body. Pratitaha. One pratiti. One has this feeling, this limitation that I am this body. I am so and so. When this ego is there, this pratiti is there, this experience is there, buddhya and prakluptaha. Praklupta means created. It is created in the intellect. It is created in the intellect. How? Tamasa. Because of the tamo guna. And ati mudhaya. Extremely deluded. Extremely deluded. Ahankar, who is ahankar? Bhagavan says, who is, it is created because of the tamas. So when ahankar is there, understand I am in tamoguna. And ati mudhaya, extremely deluded. It's not knowing anything. Having understood the scriptures, read the scriptures, but not practicing. Ati mudhaya, tasyeva. For such a person, nisheshataya vinashe. Nishesha, totally, till it is totally annihilated. Vinashe, Brahma Atma Bhava. Aham Brahmasmi, that Bhava. Pratibandha Shunya. When this Brahmatma Bhava is there, and he is so totally, this is destroyed, this tamo guna which is covering and making him deluded, and when pratibandha shunya, and when this obstacle is removed, he experiences aham brahmasmi. Till the ego is destroyed, we may not be able to realize our own self, and then we suffer in life. We suffer. See, the suffering will be that physically, mentally, but as long as the identification is so strong, that much suffering is more. That much suffering is more. Navadwar Puradehi or Ekadasham, in Kathopanishad Ekadasham Puram, it was said. This Pure. The city means there are so many things like that. This body, all the sense organs are there. And till the identification that I am this body is there, till that Bhagavan says one cannot realize the truth. The identification is to be given up. I am so and so. Saha ahamiti. I am a beautiful. I have studied this much. All this is ahankara. All this is ahankara. And because of the ahankara, what happens, our behavior changes. Our behavior changes. How the ahankara is known? From our behavior only. The next mantra tells that what Bhagavan has said in the Bhagavad Gita, Mama Maya Duratraya Mameva ye prapadyante Maya metam taranti. The one who surrenders to me alone goes beyond the Maya. And this Maya is Trigunatmika. Maya is Triguna. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Okay? Now Bhagavan Shankaracharya in the Shardula Vikreditam Chanda as a poetry is chanting the next mantra. Very beautiful. Brahmananda Nidir Mahabalavata ahankara ghorahina samveshya atmani rakshate gunamayehi chandehi tribihi mastakaihi vignana akhya mahashina Shruti vichidya shirshatrayam nirmullahim imam nidim sukhakaram dhiro nubhoktum kshamaha brahmananda nidir mahabalavata ahankara ghorahina samveshtatmani rakshate gunamaye Chandir tribir mastagaihi vignanakhya mahashina shrutimata vichidya shishatrayam nirmulyo imam nidim sukhakaram dhiro nubhoktum will break Brahmananda nidhi. This you have to break it. Mahabalavata ahankara Gora ahina samveshtya atmani rakshate gunamayehi chandehi tribihi mastakaihi vignana akhya mahashina shrutimata vichidya shirshatrayam nirmulyohi imam nidim sukhakaram dhiraha anubhoktum kshamaha. Now he says that our nature is the Brahmananda, Brahman. Our nature, Aham Brahmasmi, isn't it? Brahmananda Nidhi. This Brahmananda is a great treasure. It's a great treasure. And but what happens? Last word, first line, ahina. Ahina means by a snake. Ahi means snake. By a snake. And what type of snake? Mahabalavata. It is a mighty long snake. Ahankar. What is the snake? Ahankar. Ego is the snake. Gora hina. Gora, the snake is a dreadful snake. And this treasure is there. Who is there? Gora Sharpa, very mighty. Generally it is said, wherever the treasure is kept, the snake will be guiding that treasure. Suppose somebody is hiding it in the earth, then the snake will be there and always guarding that. In the same way, Bhagavan is telling, this Brahmananda is a great treasure for us. Because once we realize we don't have to come back again in this world, but now it is guarded by Ahina, by a dreadful snake, and Samvestya, Atmani, and this snake has coiled ourself, Rakshate, and is taking care, is guarding. The snake has, how is the snake? Gunamayehi. It is, has three gunas, Chandehi, and very fierceful. Tribihi mastakai, it has three heads. The snake has three heads. These three heads are the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. These are the, our treasure is guarded by snake which has three heads. These three heads are the three. The Tamasa means, laziness, alasya nidra. Rajogun is that all selfish action one does. And Sattva gun is that when one does selfless work. One does selfless work. And as an offering to the Lord. That is Kartavya karma. All as an offering to the Lord. These are the three gunas. The snake has three hoods. The three gunas. Vignana akhya mahashina. By, and this can be vichidya shirshatayam. All the three gunas can be destroyed of the snake by vignanakyam, by the realization. And this is a great sword, Shruti Mata, as per the Shruti. one has to follow the Shruti. And Nirmulya, and having destroyed Nirmulya Ahim, having destroyed this snake is nothing but the Maya. Mama Maya Duratyaya. My Maya is very difficult, three gunas. Having destroyed Nidhim, one gets this treasure of the self, Sukhakaram, and one becomes very happy. Who can do this? Dhira, a person who is a Viveki. Anubhoktum Kshamaha. Kshama means capable. He alone is capable who is a Dhira. A person who has a Viveka, what is Nitya and what is Anitya. Who goes beyond the three gunas, who remains in the Shuddha Sattva, he is able to experience this bliss. And this bliss is, now there are three gunas, the three hoods of the snake, so we are not able to realize the truth. When this three goes beyond the three gunas, then by having experienced the truth, then he becomes happy. Who is that person? Is a Viveki. Anubhoktum. He is only able to experience. He is only capable of experiencing this truth. It appears very difficult, but it is simple of the Bhagavad Gita. That Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva ye prapadyante Maya metam tat. The same is in the Bhagwan is given in the form of a poetry. Very simple verse only. The words it appears so difficult. Not difficult at all. Okay. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Loka Shamatta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Shamatta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Shamatta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti. My pranam to all of you. Please go through it. Gurudev's explained is very beautifully this mantra, very clearly as explained. Hari Om. Hari Om.